Hello and welcome back to Martian-Bean-Counter. Today we're going to look at this fantastic suitcase. It's actually a print-on-demand suitcase. This is a fantastic website we're going to be reviewing today, which has hundreds of different items for you to print on. So the name of the website is Contrado, I think that's how you pronounce it. As you can see, I've got a store already set up on there. If you're interested in anything that's on there, please go to the store. At some point in the future I'll obviously do a review of all the stores that we've got to see how we've been getting on the past 12 months. Okay, so this store is, it's been going for a couple of years now, I think. It has a very wide wide collection of items, everything from usual t-shirts, stickers, badges, cloths, but it gets kind of interesting when you go to some of the larger items. The rugs are bigger than anywhere I've seen anywhere else, and they're quite a decent design. Looking at the ones from other artists on here, you can actually see they do look quite good. I think obviously the prices are higher than you would get in the shops from any normal kind of bog standard designs, but something unique. You can actually find something quite perfect for your own home here, I'd imagine. The beauty about this store is you can just set it up yourself and print your own stuff. But again, the prices start off quite high for what they are. What I like about this store, I've been looking for one for a while, is one that does footwear. This does flip-flops, sandals, flat shoes, and these unique cloggy shoes, which I have no idea how comfortable they are to wear, given that I wear size 12s. But these are fantastic. I've been looking for something for a while. Hopefully they'll branch out to trainers over the next couple of years. But for the UK market especially, these are quite difficult to find. Normally you have to go through American stores or Chinese stores in order to kind of actually print out or actually hold the kind of print on demand stuff that you'd want. With Chinese stores especially, you'd actually need to kind of create the products and store them somewhere, which is not something I'd be interested in. But yeah, there's stuff unique for either gender. The men's shoes, like I said, they're not trainers, but they are close to trainers. They're boardwalk shoes, basically. You've got slippers there, so if you want to create something for dads and granddads at Christmas, then I imagine you could do quite well here. These are okay. I'm not sure about the stitching around the side. I'm going to have to order a pair just to do a live showdown, but the price is, as I said, it is high for what it is. And how much you're prepared to pay as a markup will affect that price. Socks, the amount of area available for socks is actually quite large. If you look at Printful will just give you the ankle. This will give you more or less the whole sock, almost, set for two small patches, which is fine by me. We can work around that as we expand the store on this site and move forward. This is another unique part of it. It's the cloths themselves. You can just print a cloth and I'd imagine send it house, and you can do what you want to with it after that point. Say you're the type of person that wants to make your own clothes or furniture or something like that. I don't know, imagine what you do with fabric could be endless. Be a fantastic idea. Okay, so this is currently all the items they've got that I can see. I don't know which new ones are coming up, but this is where I'm basing my store, because this is the most unique item I've seen for product, print-on-demand products from any website so far. I might be wrong. Please leave your comments down below if you know of other sites that are doing this. These are actually very good quality by the looks of it, and there are so many people designing them on there. I think what a lot of people are doing is just come up with a ballpark design and just put it on everything, whereas I'm going to dedicate this store purely to making luggages and suitcases for the future. the amount of things you can do with this space is incredible. And because they're all based around travel, you can do all sorts. Okay, so if you come into Contrado's store page where you create your own stores, you can see all the blanks for these products here. Amazing stuff that's on there. It all comes down to what you can sell. The cushions just seem to be ubiquitous for any website. Tags, because they create your own fabrics. You've got all sorts on here. I'm surprised it's got leather on here in this 21st century, given that most new stores aren't actually concentrating around leather at the moment, with such a strong environmental and animal rights movement having gone on for 50 years. But it's there. If you're the type of person that wants to produce print-on-demand leather goods, they are there. There's also a range of gloves on there which might come up for review in some point in the future. Like I said, we're going to start off with the suitcase. This is the creative part of it. This is the base part where they give you the 3D model of the suitcase, and again you just basically put on whatever design you want. There's other things you can do on there, but normally what you would do is you go to design, you would select it, go into your catalogue of designs like I do. What I've done is I've gone to old illustrations and I've selected a beautiful poster from there. Depending on the size of it, it can take a little while to download, as with any print-on-demand store where you're uploading your own design. We're not going to speed this up. As you can see, I've only been on here for a couple of weeks. We've only got a couple of designs so far. They're very simple ones. I'm just experimenting with at the moment to see which looks best on there. They recommend you only do about 30 designs in total. Apparently you're not getting too much competition with other people and you don't kind of get lost in the whole thing. I don't know, but yeah, this is an old poster. There's no writing on it. It's just an astronaut trying to fly through a valley on Mars, I've guessed. I've seen posters like this since I was a kid. You always saw illustrations like this in old books. I thought they were kind of fantastically interesting. Now I'm going to experiment with this to see if we can add additional layers. I'm not sure if that's possible. So let's go into my stock footage, stuff I use for all my other prints, and see what we can put on here. I really do need to organise this and tidy up a little bit more than I have done. Okay, just drop in this simple transparent backed dune. It does something weird with it. Let's get rid of that, it's just going to freak me out. I don't really want it to be more complicated than it needs to be if I don't need to have it complicated. Okay, so let's just drop that design back onto it. We'll get rid of that first. And then we're back there. And what we'll do is we'll set the background for black as default. This will just cover up any errors and stuff that's around it, should they occur during printing. And then it's a case of print, and as you can see they give you this beautiful 3D image of whatever it is you've created. Obviously this is just a computer render of it. It's not the actual physical thing itself, which I will order at some point just to see what it looks like. Yeah, we'll create that. Okay, now what you do then is you go down to this bar at the bottom and you select your store to add it to, or obviously there's options to purchase it. Now I always go for the price because the last time I created one of these I actually forgot to increase the number on there. Although it gives you quite a good profit for what it is, I really want it to be close to the 150 for now. I just didn't go back into all the designs and edit the prices as you go along, but for now we'll just do that. Alright, so you create a title. I've got to admit, from all design pages you get from any print-on-demand store, this is possibly the best one so far. It has the best AI. and it all is based around this description, because obviously description is the thing that sells your work. It isn't the picture. The picture is only the thing that makes people go, yes, I'll have that. But if you want your product to come up in any review, if you want it to come up on Google, anything like that, it's all based on your description. It always has been for any store you use. It isn't your hashtags, it isn't anything like that. It's purely on what you put in here. But this one recommends you put 70 words in, so what I'm having to do is kind of poetic, and creates a lovely inspirational, motivational set of words that will kind of have anybody come and go, yes, that's it. Of course it is. It's about travel, it's about adventure, it's about doing all sorts, which is why I'm concentrating on suitcases for this particular store, because I can keep everything around that simple theme, regardless of the image I put on there of inspiring people to travel. Okay, so it can take a little while to come up with something. I might actually come up with a stock set of descriptions to put on there that I can just tweak as I go along. This is only the 5th design I've put on there so far. Where's the 4th one? 5th one. And it gives you suggestions at the bottom for what you want to put on there. Kind of mock-up generator. I've chosen not to put that. Now there is an option so you can just put a design on there and it will just fill up all the products it's got there. But I'm dedicated to try and keep a specific product. And with some stores, say Redbubble or Society 6, say you've only got that one option of just basically up your design and then it will put it onto all the products and you deselect the products you don't want. This is the other way around. Other way around? No, this gives you the alternative. This gives you the choice between upload for mass or upload for specific, if that makes any sense. You basically isolate the product you want, which is the avenue I'm showing you today, or you just upload and just hope somebody likes one design on a random product. But once we've got up to the right amount of words, then you hit this, and this is where the AI kicks in, and it checks all your spelling for you. It'll also tell you if you've done the right amount of words. It'll also check it against other descriptions. So this is kind of like dropping your dissertation at university, where your work is checked by a computer against everybody else's before it's marked properly. Although I have noticed there's a few times it's argued with me over spelling mistakes. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a grammar issue, but it doesn't highlight any grammar issues. It only highlights words that are actually spelled incorrectly. I've actually experimented with moving sentences around and expanding them and changing commas and dots and colons, but that doesn't make any difference. It only seems to be the spelling it actually picks up on, but it describes all the errors in there as spellings. So that's something the website owners should be looking at. But either way, this is ideal to fixing that. And after you just kind of go, well, we'll just go with whatever we've got. As long as we're not in the red, I don't mind. We'll just go with that. It's the right amount of words, longest description that we need. The work's perfect. And we hit the save changes, and then it gets put up for review. This is a PC review, I would imagine. And that's that. There's Express Product Builder I was telling you about, which gives you the mass. And then you come to store, and this is it. So hopefully you've liked this review so far. If you have, please subscribe to this channel. I am trying to obviously build it up so I can show you more products to come with. If you like designs, please come along and purchase. That's it for now. Okay.